All right, everybody, welcome back to Chill Reacts. Today we're going to be reacting to this video, The Dark and Creepy Eerie Messages. But what I like to call it is Kendrick Lamar versus the Nephilim. Let's get it.
Drake did a post and delete on his burner account. Plot twist. Right after Kendrick dropped, Drake posted a picture of white pants with a caption that says "Watch the party relive," and another post of Baca putting a trash can under Kendrick's new song. I thought this post and delete was hilarious since all the Drizzy Glizzy Glazers claimed this song wasn't a diss track towards Drake. However, Drake clearly felt that way, but didn't stand on business and deleted it, and obviously as academics not to post about it because it's nowhere to be found. Drake!
Get
I
up!
think I need to make one thing clear on this channel before we begin. I don't give a what none of y'all think. I'ma just be honest with you. When y'all get mad at me and say, I'm unsubbing, okay, get your soft A up out of here. I don't get it. You can't cancel someone that don't care. When I see men typing that, I feel like you guys got girl hands. Your feminine hands. Every time I think Kendrick is off the boy's neck, he doesn't fall short to remind me why he's the true boogeyman. His continuous torture to Drake has to be studied. This is by far going down as the best hip-hop beef of all time. I mean, at least next to Tupac versus everyone. With everybody dogpiling on the fact that Wayne should be the Super Bowl halftime performer, trying to hide and shade Kendrick's moment. And when I say everybody, just so happen to be all of Drake's friends or Jay-Z's foes. I mean, NFL blitz style on Kendrick right now.
It broke me. I'm just trying to put me back together.
Boy, if you don't get
K-Dot uppercutted the world with the Ryu Hadoken, dropped a new diss, or more so a warning track, to Drake, to Drake's beat writers, and anyone else that wants to smoke, with a song called Watch the Party Die. Of course, there's things to decipher when it comes to Kendrick Da Vinci Code Lamar. And I see the comments throughout social media about how Kendrick's listeners are far reachers and reaching to the moon, but none of it is a far reach to keep it lit, especially when a lot has been proven time and time again and shown throughout this whole war series. One can't be a far reach while the other holds weight. That makes zero logical sense. It can only be a coincidence here and there, not back to back. This isn't Disney Channel bars type beat. I'm sorry that Drake brain rotted you with children melodies. I also want to give a shout out to the Villa Discord. They all helped and put their input when it came to deciphering the hidden messages. If y'all want to be a part of decoding in the future, make sure to join the Discord link in the description. We could be a bit toxic though. It ain't for the weak, I can tell you that. Kendrick dropped Watch the Party Die on his Instagram page on September 11th. 23 years ago, Jay-Z's The Blueprint album dropped September 11th, the exact day the Twin Towers went down. So, September 11, 2001, Jay-Z's The Blueprint album dropped. On September 11th, an attack to the United States that started a long war between the U.S. and Iraq drove two aircrafts in both the World Trade Centers. This represents Jay-Z and K-Dot as the new terror in hip-hop. Jay-Z being the villain to Wayne and everyone else that's against Rock Nation, and K-Dot becoming the villain by dethroning the corporate giant, which is Drake. 9/11 is a sad day in American history because of the terrorist attacks. I feel this track's tempo, it's dark, and it's full of anger and disappointment, which to me represents Kendrick accepting the fact that he is now the villain, who took down the corporate giants, and because of this, he's being outcasted and looked at as a terrorist by influencers, DJs, blogs, and even his peers, all shaming him for striking down their tower. And maybe the other tower represents the media and supporters of Drake, all in all. And would I be doing too much if I say 23 years ago, 2 times 3 equals 6?
Bro, what the f
is you even talking about? Okay. We won't go that far. We won't go that deep. But that was, I had to point that out there. I mean, 23-year gap, 2 times 3 is 6. But you know what? We're not going to do all that.
Are you serious right now, bro?
We're not going to do all that. We're not going to do all that. And with Jay-Z's album called The Blueprint, I wonder if that's his way of saying that he's reconstructing hip-hop. He's taking everything down and he's going to rebuild it from what it was, because everyone knows hip-hop has gone to shit. 9/11 is also known to be an inside job. It's one of the biggest American history conspiracies. This alludes and doubles down on my last video where I talk about the machine in the beginning of the commercial. Sounds like a slowed down version of the sound in 616.
Yeah, it does.
Pointing to the specific song and about the mole in the camp.
Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you.
Which would be an inside job to Drake's takedown and demise. Just like the conspiracy of the government's inside job of the Twin Towers. Like I said in the previous video, I feel like he keeps pointing back to 616 because he's reminding Drake that he does have a mole, and he's reminding Drake that he still has other things that Drake probably doesn't want the world to know, and he's warning him to stop antagonizing him, or he's gonna have to start making more diss tracks, saying, hey, be cool, bruh, stop antagonizing me before I drop another hit and release more information you don't want people to know about. And with all this doubling down of beating hip-hop's biggest artists, it's only fitting to put the cover art of 2 worn pairs of black Air Force Ones.
There you
the
go.
black Air Force Ones symbolizes that he is war ready.
Here's what it means if you wear black Air Force Ones. I walked into a bathroom and I saw some high school kids. I saw one look at my shoes. I was wearing black Air Force Ones. He immediately stopped talking. Then all the other kids looked at the shoes, almost ran out the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because it's well known black Air Force Ones are the preferred form of footwear for crazy people worldwide.
I never
In
knew
the black
that.
community, black Air Forces are known to be worn to either crash out on someone or hit a lick, or in other words, robbing. The shoes are worn out because Kendrick is stating that he already stomped Drake out throughout the whole beef. And he also robbed Drake and took over his #1 status on the charts. I mean, he robbed Drake out of a lot of things. People don't even look at Drake as they once did. But he's also saying he's willing to put the forces back on for whoever wants to smoke, and he's ready. The reference to the black Air Force Ones is clearly a dig at Drake's album cover and his diss track Push-Ups, where Drake mocks Kendrick's shoe size.
How the fuck you been stepping with a size 7 man's on?
With 9/11 being the day that he dropped his cryptic song, Air Force Ones also symbolize airplanes, because the name alone, Air Force, makes you think of the planes that crashed into the Twin Towers on 9/11. Now, the specific plane wasn't actually the Air Force One aircraft. Air Force One is the radio call sign for any Air Force aircraft that carries the President of the United States. Is Kendrick telling everyone he's the new guy in charge of hip-hop, quote-unquote, the president? Or is he calling out to Lil Wayne, who has always referred to himself as the president?
Ain't a motherfucker harder than.
And that's interesting.
With Nicki doubling down on this by referring to herself as Nick Lewinsky,
I'm Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky.
shouting out that her and Wayne are hip-hop's Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. One of the villains from the Discord states definitely has to be about himself taking over. I don't think Kendrick can even fathom someone being compared to him, let alone someone else taking over, when he's in the height of his popularity. And it's crazy to me that this villain chose to use the word takeover, because this goes back to Jay-Z's The Blueprint album, released on 9/11/2001, which has the song Takeover, which is track 2 the album. This song was notably a diss track to Jay-Z's nemesis Nas. With it being track 2, it makes me wonder, is this him saying there is no second chances?
You know, it's only one opportunity to win the championship. No round twos.
I mean, we all do know that Nas won the Jay-Z beef. Or does 2 simply represents the 2 towers being torn down? Either or, I feel that it's definitely one or the other, or something far more sinister that I can't even figure out. To put black Air Forces on the cover art, the day that planes crashed into the World Trade Centers, deleting thousands of people, with the Air Force Ones also representing the actual plane that holds the President of the United States, Air Force One. It just continues his series of patriot concepts. Kendrick has been dropping on specific American culture events, such as Juneteenth, Independence Day, and now September 11th, with the plans on performing at the Super Bowl, which is during Black History Month. While announcing this with the American flag behind him, and now with the Air Force Ones, I believe his new music is either going to be more on a revolutionary-based patriotic concept, or this is just him trolling Drake about him not being a Black American. I also missed something from his announcement commercial that I'll add to this one. I've been seeing this circulating online, which I thought was pretty interesting.
All real Americans love the sting of battle. Americans love a winner and will not tolerate a loser. Americans play to win all the time. I wouldn't
all the time.
Hell for a man who lost and laughed.
This iconic scene came from a 1970s movie called Patton, a war general giving his speech about winning. This speech aligns with Kendrick's angle that Drake's a foreigner, and a subtle rebuttal of Drake's claim that
I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals.
Patton's speech even ends with referencing Louisiana, the very state Kendrick is performing in.
You won't have to say, I shoveled shit in Louisiana.
Wow.
With this comparison to this particular movie and how identical the imagery is, it's safe to say there is no such thing as reaching when it comes to deciphering Kendrick Lamar. Everything is up in the air at this point, and it's clearly not made for the slow people who can't brainstorm. The picture of the all-black forces was a picture from an eBay post. They were selling these shoes for $70.
Wow.
And now it says it's no longer available, with the buyer's name being KE355559. The buyer's account was made on the exact day of 9/11, the same day he would later drop Watch the Party Die. When you do PEMDAS math style, orders of operation, the 355559 turns into 69. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 changes into 4 times 5 equals 20. 3 times 20 equals 60. 60 plus 9 equals 69.
Wow.
Y'all know what 69 is.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God.
He's again speaking to the 69 God.
And they said
the buyer rated 5 stars and commented with the review header saying GOAT and an eerie message saying it's time to watch the party
that was
die.
Kendrick.
This is getting too deep, bro.
Yeah, that was
even
Kendrick.
for me, this is way too deep. Kendrick is on the Da Vinci Code for real. The shoes alone symbolize so much. I'm almost certain there's other things that we missed, and hopefully someone else can solve it. So from the eBay post to Jay-Z's album to 9/11 to everything that we just talked about, it's really creepy. It's a creepy tone, and that's just the shoes and the date. We haven't even gotten to the lyrics yet.
All right, guys, there it goes. This video is made by Deleted. Why don't y'all check them out? All right. Chill Reacts. We out.